Okay, so I did say I was gonna record a video about this, and today we are gathered here so that I can document this absolute train wreck of a fucking game which happened in my playoff round 4. The top 16 match, pretty much, 32 to 16. And the reason we have to document this is because I realize I too am just a human. A human with limitless potential, and in this case, limitless potential to fuck things up. Because you might be wondering, like, in this endgame, there's a 3-stack Oboro on turn 3, a Zeridart which has already used her jump at 3C, and I have 3 units, Lightbringer, Granshell, McLean, all in pretty much full conditions except for some debuffs from Yenny's portal. And my opponent has the first move. So you're probably thinking, right, how is it possible to lose this game? And I am going to show you how by making consecutively probably like 6 to 7 mistakes, and they had to happen in a row. Because normally you probably just think, 3 stacks, he can't really transform because he has to go through my tank otherwise, so it's 4 stacks. My McLean is in range of hitting the Oboro, and so is my Granshell. And Zerida is not in position to do anything to me. So all I have to do is click on the Oboro twice and it definitely dies. There's no Iron Helmet, no nothing. Even with like faction buff and damage reduction on a tree, there is no way this can survive a Granshell faction buff double hit from Gran and McLean. You see here, he ends on the first move, my McLean goes in. And what do? I hit the Zerida that poses 0 threat to me. So I had no idea what the fuck was going on in my brain at that point, because I think my brain literally just found a hole in my head and just fell off the map, fell out of my skull. But I think what I was thinking of at the time, because Oboro has a like white color profile, so for some reason I thought the Oboro hasn't moved yet, and I was worried that if I failed the kill, he would transform, hit me, probably kill 1 life, and regen back to full HP, in which case my Gran might not be able to kill back. I think that was what was going through my head, but I have no idea why I just forgot that Oboro has already ended turn. You can actually kind of tell for the Stealing Warriors, they are like grayed out. The only other hero that does this is Epsilon because he's like black and white, and because he has zombies, you actually can't tell when he ends turn. So yeah, here is the first mistake. My McLean takes the life of Zerida. It's like, okay, I wasted a hit. And actually, that's the second mistake. The first mistake is, why the fuck didn't I just move my tank first? Like, no matter if the Oboro is transformed or not, probably the first move is to move my tank. Because if the Oboro has 4 stacks on turn 3, and like, if I fail kill, I'm probably fucked anyway. So I might as well move my tank and try to double hit the dragon after he transforms. So either way, I had to move my tank first. But I think it's so rare for me to actually get to pick Lightbringer and for her to actually matter in a game that I just forgot that she exists. She just wasn't on my map. Like, I played like I only have 2 units, and that's why I moved McLean first. So that's mistake 1, mistake 2. I walk back. Zerida just tries to collect a revive. Actually, why didn't she collect it? Oh, no, she went through the portal, which, yeah, doesn't work that way. You can't collect a revive. So now my next mistake is I go and drop my shield next to the Oboro, because I think in my head I keep thinking, what if I fail this kill? What if I fail this kill? And I want the defensive buff for the next turn. And what I get for that is a damage dealt debuff from Yenny's portal that is still on the map. So it's 2 things. 1, I don't even need to drop the shield. It's not really necessary. I can already reach. 2, I could have dropped it from outside of the portal. I could have ran here, dropped it, and then run into attack. And this one is pretty costly because the damage minus 20 works on the troops as well as the hero, which means that the Oboro actually gets to live with a decent amount of HP because of the compounding damage reduction with the Steel Wings on turret. Now, finally I realized, oh shit, I actually have a Lightbringer that I should have moved first. And what I do? I discipline the useless Zerida with no attack buff, no revive, and it doesn't even kill her. So I do not have my discipline this turn in order to try and kill the Oboro on his transform this turn. So, okay, the Oboro transforms. Gets back up to like fucking full HP. But not within full moon range, if it even is full moon. And my Grandshell miraculously survives. So here's the next mistake, I think. But this one, I think from this point onwards, this one is actually kind of a macro mistake, which is like a smaller one. I just saw that I had 8% health, and I might as well just air slash to finish off the Zerida. So this one I can't really say is like a sure mistake, because I think at this point my best option was probably to just focus all 3 of my hits onto Oboro and try to kill him that way. So if I have Discipline, I would have Discipline here. And I don't, I should have normal attack with my Lightbringer. Then I can normal attack with my McLean and try to go for the final hit with S slash. And that could have worked out. But I S slash this, so that's -1 hit. Now I have a normal attack with damage dealt down on McLean and a normal hit on Lightbringer. So I don't go for... Okay, I hit with Lightbringer. Doesn't do a whole lot because I have to go through the shield. I get a damage down from the Yenny's portal, which is just insult to injury, because that actually matters. But today, oh well, on that day, Yenny's portal was there to make sure that I did not get away with an undeserving win. Because, like, throwing like this, yeah, I didn't really deserve to win this. So this is the... Which mistake was this? If we count the Grandshell, that's the 4th. This one, okay, this one was already on last turn, so this is the 6th mistake. I planted my water here for no fucking reason, because the only person that requires water right now, or is affected by water right now, is McLean himself. It doesn't block Oboro's movement because he's flying, and my teammates, it doesn't matter for them. And what this does is, I run out of water on this turn. So that's the 5th mistake. And as a result, Oboro straight up deletes my McLean, which still has its revive intact, but it's just not in water. So I actually had 2 more hits from my McLean potentially, and now I have 0. So last ditch attempt, well, there's no more mistakes here because all I can do is fucking pray. I hit this, does very small amount of damage. And my Discipline leaves the Oboro at 1.5k HP because of this damage dealt. And at this point, it doesn't fucking matter because he's gonna kill my unit, my Lightbringer has no attack buff, and a damage dealt down debuff, and that will mark the end of this absolute fucking disaster of a game. So I think this game was really just a result of me not making full use of my time, because like, at the point where shit went down, like, I had plenty of time. I'm definitely sure, like, at least like 3 minutes worth of time. And I just fucking went on autopilot without thinking, and I think I autopiloted my plane into a fucking Bermuda Triangle or some shit because it went into the abyss. And I think this is also sometimes what happens when I play alone, because when I play with people in my chat, in my voice call, I think what happens is I usually get to bounce my ideas on them, and they get to make sure that it's not absolutely fucking retarded and I don't do stupid shit. And I think when I play alone, which I was at this point in the game, I think, and yeah, that idea just didn't go through the vetting process, and I happened to make stupid moves like 7 moves in a row, and that is the end result of such a tragedy.
This is the worst
Throw.
of my life.
The worst
Throw.
of your life so far.